Hello viewers, this is Gideon Treasure Educational Consultancy Services. Today we are going to start with the advanced level series. Of course, when we come to a workshop, I think the first thing is to introduce the tools that one uses in that workshop. Mathematics, besides the science of number, it is number that we use in calculation. So, this series we have types of numbers. Yes, the types of numbers can be summarized using Z, we can call it Q, R, C. Yes, whatever we can call it. N, Z, Q, R, C. And the first one, N, stands for natural number. N stands for natural number. Natural number. Yes, it's conventional to make it appear like this. Natural numbers are numbers the way we learned it when we were learning how to speak from the childhood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We were not even told anything about 0 there. We started counting from 1. And so if you see people coming to our house in those days, we will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't talk about 0. And so natural numbers are numbers according to that counting, where we count natural things we see. And perhaps something we can touch. The natural numbers. The examples are 1, 2, 3, 4, in that order. The second one there is the integer z. The integer z, remember the name? Integer. The integer z is positive or negative whole number, including 0. An integer is a positive or a negative whole number, including 0. And so we can represent the integer as minus, assuming many numbers are here already, minus 2, minus 1, 0, minus plus 1, plus 2, and so on. This is because so many whole numbers are here, and so many whole numbers are there. Remember, positive or negative whole numbers. Positive or negative whole numbers, including 0. They are called an integer. So these are two groups now. Then the third one. The third one is Q. That is rational number. Rational number. What is a rational number? A rational number is a number that can be expressed as a single fraction. Any number that can be expressed as a single fraction is a rational number. And so, what are examples of this rational number? All the integers are rational numbers. Each whole number can be written as over 1. All the natural numbers are rational numbers. They can be expressed as a single fraction. In addition to that, numbers like 1/4, numbers like 2 whole number 5/8, they are all rational numbers. Provided those numbers can be expressed as a single fraction, it is a rational number. Examples of rational numbers are 2, 4 whole number 1/5, 0.5 if it is decimal, and so on and so forth. Any number at all that can be expressed as a rational number will become a rational number. Alright, after that Q, the next one is real number. Real number R. And a real number is a real number. A real number is a number that can be found on the number line. Do you remember a number line? A number line or a real line. That is why a number line is called a real line. Then, all the numbers you can see on the real line or number line are real numbers. Real because you can see them there. For example, if we have 0 here, assuming this is our real line or number line, remember you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on here. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on there, without having an end. If we have this, it means that between this 1 and 2, we have countless number of fractions. That means we have 1.1, we have 1.11, we have 1.8, we have 1.9, we have 1.5 at the middle here. All the numbers we can have here, whether they are whole numbers or fractions or decimals or mixed fractions, they are all called real numbers because they can be found on this real line. That is where the real line stops containing our numbers. Once we move to C, C itself represents complex number. Complex numbers. In complex numbers are not really numbers we can find on the real line. And so we cannot get the answer in some of our simple calculators unless we use those ones that can display them. For instance, if you have square root of -4, please, you can use calculator and punch this. What does it tell you? As it doesn't give you the natural display, it will give you a mass error, which is an indication that this is not found in its domain. And so, complex numbers are not found on the number line. Complex numbers are now what? Numbers that have both real number and imaginary number attached to it. For instance, square root of -4 we have written on the board is something as 2i. That is going to be explained more in another episode. But remember, it has two numbers being the answer, meaning that this 2 is here, part of the real number, part of the real line, and I is here, which is imaginary number, showing that both of them now becomes the answer to square root of -4. You are listening? This is how it is. One thing is obvious, which I want you to remember very well here. As you know, your community is under your local council or local government. Your local council or local government is under the state. Your state is under your country, and your country is within your continent. That's how it is here. Natural number is under integer. Natural number and integer is under rational number. Rational number, integer, and natural number are under real number. And so, 4 of them are under complex number. If we use a diagram to illustrate this, it simply means that if this is the domain of natural number n, then the domain is found inside this integer set. Both of them will be found under another one, which is rational number k. cube. 3 of them will be found within the real number R. And 4 of them will be found within the domain of complex number C. Just like the continent we have used in our story. That contains your country, your states, and your local council. That means our Q, which is the last, our C, which is the last one, will appear like this, appear in this form, complex number. So we have complex number containing all of them. We have real number containing all the ones that are inside it, just like that, as we use in an example. Dear viewer, we are going to give you more lessons under this advanced series. Advanced series is indeed made to be a little bit above the normal grade level, so that people who are also having challenges with this particular series, with those topics, where they are sure to take what they want. Dear viewer, remember to ask questions if there is anything you don't understand here. If you have a question in any of them, please drop a comment, like, and share. We will continue to meet on this particular forum. Thank you.